jumping into the content, let's talk about GSX. As you know, Apollo Fintech team, those guys behind this crypto project are adding gold assets, mines, and they are growing like crazy, guys. Just recently, the value of GSX just doubled just because news of a new Zimbabwe mine getting added to the asset. So you can get your hands on GSX on the Bitmart crypto exchange, or just go with the link into the description. So welcome to a brand new live stream, and guys, so what a recovery from those recent lows. Let me know in the chat where you are watching from, and we have a couple of things to discuss. First, obviously, guys, whatever you are listening on the internet, I didn't sold my space shares. I'm loading up every month, as I'm saying here on this channel, and I am happy when space go up, and I'm happy when space go down, because I can buy more for less, and I'm a long-term investor. I'm not shorting space. The fact that I'm making more videos about the overall market is just because there's so much happening, okay? The bear market, the rallies, the comebacks, and so on and so forth. So look at that. The market is actually quite nicely up, a half a percentage point here to 4,538. Nice rally here towards the end of the day, as you can see here in the S&P 500. So that's happening here. On the other side, you can see that space is nicely up 5%, almost 4.5%. And you can see that we recovered approximately 25% from those lows. Okay, this is the lowest point in the 52 weeks range. This was about 7.58, which was around here. Okay, around here we had around the 24th of January. This was the Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Monday. This was the Monday where we reached, the recent lows, and those are the normal market phenomena. Okay, you have a couple of downsides, that are pretty deep. Then you have upsides, and so then you will have downsides. It's like the typical bull market, the bear market with those bear market rallies. Okay, so I'm thinking there's a little bit more to give up, but more on that tomorrow in the video. Okay, I don't want to say too much, but tomorrow in the video, very important Virgin Galactic video, so don't miss that. Let's have a look quickly into the chart, if something changes, and then I want to go into what is happening today after the market closes. Now you see we are getting closer to the 50 moving average, which would be great to cross at some point, maybe towards the end of the month, because as you know, towards the end of the month, on the 22nd of February, this will be Tuesday, in 1 to 3 weeks of approximately. Okay, so there will be the official Q4 earnings report. Obviously I will be live. Obviously we are looking forward to that. And yeah, so this is pretty much what's going on with space. There is and the funny thing is, before we diving into a analyst that I'm following, as you know, very very nicely, Tom Lee, who is more of a bullish side, I am seeing more and more that those people on the stock market on YouTube are in two different camps. Okay, so one camp is the bull camp, right? They think like the bull market still goes on and on and on. And then there is the bear market, which is like, hey, we will win this now, we will drag the market down, and so on. So it's a mixture of those both. So let's see who is winning. Obviously, if the market rallies, more the bulls come out and are more vocal on the markets, and then when the market is going down, more the bears are more vocal, right? So by the way, best regards to our member Jesper Hansen, Denmark. We have another person from Denmark. We have people from Czech. We have our member Thomas R. from Denmark as well. We have people from Belfast here. We have people from Rockingham. We have people from Austria here. Okay, so best regards to those people. Also, best regards to Germany as always. Thank you very much for tuning in. And now let's dive into quickly what is happening after the market closes, because after the market closes, it's very, very exciting because we have a big earnings. We have PayPal. Okay, PayPal is doing their earnings, so we will see how the economy is, how the people are paying with this payment system. We have AMD. This gives us a little bit of, let's say, an outlook on the supply chain issues, right? Because semiconductors are one of the most affected industries in terms of supply chain shortage. We have Alphabet, which is Google. Basically, they will show us how they will, deliver us numbers. Usually very strong company on the earnings, after the earnings, usually very, very strong. Then you have General Motors, we have Starbucks, we have Gillette, we have EA Sports, MicroStrategy, the Bitcoin company, basically, right? So a lot of big companies are reporting today. So I'm quite excited. That's why the market is quite volatile. We are currently still sitting on the plus 0.52 percentage points. Let's see if we see a little bit of sell-off into the ending of the market. But all in all, the stock market just traded very neutral, as you can see, very, very neutral from basically 11 a.m. until 2:45 p.m. There was basically nothing. Okay, nothing, guys. So let's see now what one of my favorite analysts are saying about the market and what he thinks is happening on the market. So let's have a look.
Our next guest predicts treacherous market activity will pave the way for a violent rally in February. Tom Lee runs Fundstrat Global Advisors, is the CNBC contributor. Tom, always good to see you.
Yeah, great to see you, Melissa.
So January was rough. You thought January would be rough, but you didn't think it would be this rough. Is the flip side to that you think this violent rally in February will be even stronger?
Yeah, the setup looks like the V for February is not Valentine's, but violent rally. And I think there's a couple reasons for that. One is that we know retail sentiment got so negative that it was the worst since 2013. But the last 6 times it was this negative, 6 out of 6 times the market was higher 3 months later. So I think we're in a easy sort of risk reward for the month of February. The second is retail cash. We're going to talk about this with our clients tonight, but if you look at retail money market cash from ICI, retail investors basically assumed a bear market was starting. So they've raised so much cash in the last couple of months that we're essentially resetting a risk-on rally. And the third is, I mean, this is anecdotal, but I've been at a couple conferences over the past week. I didn't find anybody bullish. So I think when institutional investors are cautious, retail basically priced in a bear market, and their sentiment's the worst in 8 years, you could have a huge rally. And as we've written before, recoveries from a fast sell-offs actually typically are symmetric, meaning you should expect a violent rally.
Tom, it's Karen. Thanks for coming on. We always appreciate having you. We know we like acronyms here. Yours is BEEF. One of the Bitcoin is part of it. How do you see, when you say Bitcoin, are you using Bitcoin itself or are you using cryptocurrencies in general? And where do you think Bitcoin's dominance in that spectrum is?
Garen, that's a great question. When I talk about Bitcoin in that acronym, it's really crypto. But I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, and really a couple other layer 1s blockchains are important core holdings. But the reason I use Bitcoin is it's the most liquid. I think it's also the safest from a regulatory perspective. And we know that in February, there may be some executive order coming from the White House, and I think that might make Bitcoin look a lot more appealing.
So Tom, speaking of these sort of V-shaped bounce backs. We were just talking about the ARK Innovation ETF, and I'm wondering if you also see the sort of violent bounce back for these names that are just absolutely bombed out. And I know you're not an individual stock picker, but names of this ilk.
Yes, Mark Newton,
and this is maybe the most important part about the video, where he's asked about those growth stocks, which also include stocks like Virgin Galactic.
technical strategist actually last week wrote about how he's been watching ARK, the ARK ETF itself, and thinks that it's making an important bottom. So I think the next couple of weeks will be really insightful, but it does look like the ARK bounce needs to be respected, and I think it's going to be part of that V-shaped violent rally.
All right, Tom, we got to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us. Always good to get your perspective.
Thanks.
So now you have a cool market overview. So the market is up for today, slowly a little bit losing its momentum towards the end. Let's see where we are going. Big earnings and space as huge recovery stock. So I hope you have a fantastic end of Tuesday, and I see you tomorrow with a very big and special space video. So take care and goodbye. I will leave you obviously with a small reminder of smashing the like button.